All right, so I have been gone for a bit, probably because I was taking me time. I do find it funny that if I'm ever gone for an X amount of time, it's quite literally this thought process of, oh my God, he's dead, which fair, but sometimes I like to take me time with my girlfriend and uh, you know just kind of have some peace and quiet. This YouTube thing, it does get like it does like I do like doing it. Don't get me wrong. Between this and Patreon and everything else, but like at the same time, there's also this thing of I want to be left the fuck alone sometimes, and being with her gives me some peace for a bit. So I'm sorry that I have a fucking life outside of YouTube sometimes. Am I being a little critical? Yeah, but I will say though, if I'm gone for like over a month, then you can panic. If I'm like, actually, if I'm gone and there's like no response from me from anything, like if you don't see anything in the comments, like hey, I'm still alive or whatever, then like by all means, then you can hit the panic button. If I'm gone for like 3 to 4 weeks at most. Unless if you don't hear from me in like 3 to 4 weeks without any like communication, then you can hit the panic button. How about that? Anyway, so we're going to talk about having said all that, let's actually talk about like some news that came out not too long ago, a couple days ago actually, and something that I was really excited to talk about. And that is the announcement that we are getting some new Gamera content. Yeah, I was genuinely shocked that Katakawa decided to move forward with the fact that they are I'm actually very shocked that Katakawa really decided to go for full steam ahead with more content, because after Gamera Rebirth and how bad that did. Thanks, Netflix. Fuck you. I was actually shocked that we were getting more, because remember, this is Gamera. We're in the year of Gamera's 60th anniversary. I actually forgot about that until I saw like this kick-ass like logo that they did for the Gamera 60th anniversary, and they had this whole trailer. So it does kind of show that like Katakawa does want to get in on that sweet kaiju money, because I'm sure they looked at Godzilla -1 and went, oh, we need to get on this. And don't we have our own kaiju? And it's interesting, too, because you have to also remember that, and I just remembered this, too, is that Katakawa, they got bought by Sony. Like, Sony did buy a major stake in Katakawa, which is funny because they bought Dai, and Dai bought this whole thing. Capitalism. Ain't it great? Anyway, so I'm getting off topic, but yeah, Sony. Now Sony is the major partner, and I know someone's going to already go like, "Oh, Sony bad because Spider-Man movie." Well, the Spider-Man movie department is total, dry. It's basically dried shit at this point. But not every Sony project is god awful. Is a lot of them pretty bad? Are a lot of them have been pretty bad as of late? Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say like. No, they've all no, everyone's been good. You're just being overcritical and shit like that. No, like there are some good things, but there have been like Sony movies have been pretty ass as of late. Now, what does this mean for Gamera? I think also the Sony buyout, or the Sony majority buying of, at the very least, that definitely had like a major hand in the creation of this movie. Like, it definitely had a hand in the buying of, or excuse me, the moving forward of this Gamera project. Because again, Sony and Katakawa probably looked at how well Godzilla's been doing, and then saw how well -1 did, and went, we got to do something. We have to do something, because. Like, really, like, think about it. When Gamera's 50th anniversary rolled around, all we got was a fucking short that was meant to be for a movie. That never happened. And that was it. But now it really does feel like there is like something in the works. Now, as to what it could be, I don't know. And what's also kind of hard to say is that, like, is it even a movie? Like, that's another major point I have to really like contend here, is that, is it even a fucking movie? To be, is this even like a movie to even that's going to coincide? They have like, from what I understand from some of the news outlets, is that they have talked to Shinji Iguchi and a lot of the creative team from the Heisei Gamera trilogy. So is there something there? I hope it's not a short. I really hope it is in no way, shape, or form a short. And I really hope there's more to it. I really hope that there is going to be more than just like some short, or maybe I wouldn't mind another anime or even a sequel to Gamera Rebirth. I thought Gamera Rebirth was a very solid series. I just think Netflix, and this has been the case with a lot of their animation department, is that they have been nothing short of just ass on like handling anything. So therein lies the problem, is that, Gamera Rebirth was a phenomenal show, but I will say that, like, Netflix handling, and this has been the case with like Kong Skull Island and a few other animated projects, is that it's really hard to get invested in them when they're just not doing anything or not promoting it properly. I mean, yeah, Castlevania was promoted very well. Nocturne was too, and it looks like Devil May Cry, because again, Castlevania did so well that, again, it's very picky. Even then, like, Castlevania was barely. You have to remember also that that Castlevania and some of the, and like Voltron and like She-Ra and all of those got lucky. Like, they got a major fan base behind them despite not having the big push behind them, because I remember there's very little trailers and hype for them, and only after season 1 of those shows did well, by pure happenstance and hearsay, that those shows continued. Whereas, so it's like a drop of the hat of, like, it's like a lucky draw that these shows are doing well. So what does that mean for so again, I'd be down for a second season of Gamera Rebirth. I would be down for a new movie. I really hope it's a new movie. I really hope, like, they looked at -1, and I'm not asking for Gamera -1. I'm not in any way, shape, or form asking for like a Gamera -1. I'm just saying that it would be cool to get a new movie. I think it's been long overdue that we get a new Gamera film, because what was the last one? 2003, 4? It was like early 2000s, and I think it's been long overdue that we get a new Gamera film and really kind of showcase this kaiju again. I know also that maybe Sony and Katakawa can work with Toho again and maybe do like not a Godzilla versus Gamera film, but maybe a comic book. I think a comic, not a mobile game. I know Gamera was in that, like Gamera Rebirth Gamera was in the Godzilla mobile game lately, and that's really it. And it's very clear that Toho, I think about this too, is that Toho put out a post from them directly saying, hey, what Godzilla crossovers do we want? And it's been overwhelmingly Gamera. Ultraman as well, but Gamera was the first and foremost. So I think with Toho being as open to crossovers as they have, I think, a Gamera crossover could happen. I think it's very possible now. And I think it would be stupid if Sony and Katakawa just ignored it. Like, now it would be dumb. But hey, when's the last time Sony made a bad decision, right? I will say that it's everything, like, I really hope it's not just like mobile game shit, because they were very vague on a lot of the stuff of like what are they going to do for Gamera's 60th anniversary after that big trailer. So a lot of people are saying, what if it's just another fucking mobile game? Or yeah, that I do not want. If it's all this for a mobile game or various, or like Gamera showing. Actually, I will say the one thing: if it's a game, not really a mobile game, but video game, but like I would be absolutely down if Gamera and some of the other monsters showed up in what's that kaiju game that the Godzilla and Ultraman are already in? Why am I forgetting it? But you guys know that game, right? Like the game I'm talking about. Like it had Godzilla and Ultraman guest star. Like they have guest characters in there. So why am I forgetting the name? But that would be cool. Like that video game would be fine. But if it's just fucking mobile games, count me the fuck out. And again, I think at that point, if like you're not going to do anything for Gamera's 60th anniversary, like you did Jack All for the 50th, then you have no right to have that property anymore. I think you should just sell that off at that point. Anyway, so yeah. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what are you hoping for Gamera's 60th anniversary? Are you guys for new movies, comics? Could IDW be getting Gamera as a comic, or maybe Dark Horse will get because Gamera was under Dark Horse in the 90s, and they were doing a retelling of Guardian of the Universe in it, so it could be that. I think there are a lot of possibilities, good and bad. I just hope it's a new movie or a new series. I'd be fine with Rebirth Season 2, but I think a movie, I think all of us would be very happy with. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what are you hoping for with Gamera's 60th anniversary? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. Yeah, I'm now doing this on a new computer also. The old one has stepped down, so to speak. And yeah, I've got a new computer running, so I'm still like a new editing software too, so I'm still like learning shit. So it's going to be a bit of a learning experience for a little bit. So keep that in mind. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.